This is a very quick video to tell you about the membership. So this is for you if you are a member. It'll tell you about where to start, and also if you are not a member, it'll show you a little bit about what's in the membership. So if you go to bridgetnicholson.com and you go and click on membership, once you have signed up, you can click on I'm a member, and you'll see that there are all of these different sections down here. So there's courses and webinars, a highly structured framework and approach, blogs, online community and forum, what's new, and downloadable materials. So we'll go through each one of those really quickly right now. This is where most of the information is under View All Courses. You'll see that there are two different views. There's a desktop view and a tablet view. If you're on your iPad or on a tablet, this is going to be a better view. On each one of these courses, the first thing you'll see is that if you click on the little arrow next to each course, every course has a course summary and outline. And that for each course, that is going to be your beginning point, is the course summary and the outline. And so let's just take a look at this, for instance, creative pre-writing strategies. If you go and click on the course summary and outline, this is the summary, and then any new information will be on this course summary and outline. There's also the steps and the stages. It's really an overview of what the whole course is about. So that really helps you to at least know what the course is about before you even get into it. Then you'll see that most of the courses has a slideshow. And the slideshow is a Google slide that you can get into it either on this website here, or otherwise you can go to Google Slides and see it. And so you can actually see this information right in here. And you can see the information on the slideshow. And then there's also a video that will have been recorded at some previous webinar. The other thing I'm starting to do, which I'm really hoping you guys are going to like, is I'm starting to put together workbooks. And the reason I'm putting together workbooks is that I truly understand that even just the summary itself is very long. But what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to put some guides and workbooks together. So this is a workbook that you can download. This is a workbook that really helps you use these strategies and ideas with your students. It's an informational book, it's a guide, but it's also a workbook. It's all the ideas that are presented. And I'm putting together some that you can print and put in your classroom. Just kind of motivational posters that you can put on your wall and talk about why children's thoughts and ideas are important. So that one is the creative pre-writing strategies. You will see that, for instance, this developmental approach, I have a webinar coming up on this. So you'll see that anytime that there's not a whole lot of information here, the webinar hasn't happened yet, but it is coming up literally in the next few weeks. I'll give you another example here. For instance, the Rhythmic Movement Sensory Regulation Program. Your starting point with all of these is to just go to the course summary and outline, because that tells you what the program is about. But you'll see here that this is actually a very comprehensive course. There are videos and slideshows for each part of this. This is implementing a highly effective rhythmic movement program into the school day for groups of students. That one has a video and a slideshow. This one here is implementing rhythmic movement into home life. And then I've got, for instance, this Jumping Animals workbook as an example of some of the workbooks that I'm creating. So if I open up this workbook, you'll see that it's a guide and activity sheets. This is information about this sensory rhythmic activity, and it is links to a website with sounds of different levels. And then what your children do, it's very simple. You first of all go to the website. Your children find the images that they want on this workbook, so they can be a squirrel or a kangaroo or a frog. So these are all jumping animals. They make their headband and put it on, and then they use these different levels of sounds, level 1, 2, 3, or 4 sounds, to do jumping movements, pretending that they're animals. And so that's just an example of the kind of workbooks that I'm creating. I would love to have your feedback if you think you'll be using these workbooks. And membership is not only information, it's access to lots of content. This here is the Body Brain Tech program that I've put on. It has hundreds of videos for movement, and my training courses, this here, the Rhythmic Movement Sensory Regulation program, this program here. And then you'll see I have a writing assessment tool. This writing assessment tool is a tool for writing evaluation online. And there's a little bit of information here on the Body Brain Tech website, but on the course, you'll see that here, Evaluating Writing with All Methods of Production has step-by-step tutorials. It has a course summary, and it has a what is, and it has a slideshow and a video. So I'm hoping that helps you with what all of this is. As I'm creating more workbooks, I will be putting more workbooks under here, and then the workbooks will also go into the section that they belong to. So if I go back to membership, you'll see here that the highly structured framework and approach. I've just recently put this together, and if you look at some of the courses, you'll see that there's information about this. So this really looks at time-based 1, 2, 3, or 5 minutes activities, or it's skill-based activities, balance, crossing midline, lateral flexion. I'm going to be adding more here, but I will be doing more webinars about this. So this is a framework for including rhythmic movement into children's daily life. The online community and forum, I would love for you to join this, and we can have communications and we can share media about our children and about what we're doing. And if people want to share anything that they think is worthwhile sharing or ask questions, this is a very closed, private place that we can be talking to each other. Every time something's new, it's going to be here, and also you will be getting emails frequently about what's new. So please give me your feedback. I've worked many hundreds of hours on this website and all the content. I would love your feedback. Thanks, everyone.